Wrestling has been around since the Roman Empire. The original Roman Empire. Over these many decades, there has always been one who stood above the others during their time. These are the men and women who stood atop Mount Olympus and claimed the title of greatness. Now, what if these rulers of their time were able to meet today? To see who is the best. This is Legendsmania.
All right, welcome wrestling fans back to the Nation Network for Legendsmania 4. And what a night of action we've got coming your way. 5 major matchups, and as always, we're not going to tell you exactly what they are, but we'll give you some clues along the way. For example, there will be a tap or snap match where one man must submit for the match to end. Pinfalls will not count. Disqualifications, countouts cannot happen. There has got to be a submission.
Well, not only that, but I'm looking forward to another big match, and that's going to be the Fatal 4-to-1 match. It's going to feature the top 4 as chosen by the Director of Operations. And those top 4 men are going to go at it in a Fatal 4-way match. Whoever wins for the next edition of Legendsmania, which is going to be Double Down, we are going to crown a Legendsmania champion. That's right. And whoever wins tonight will still face the same 3 opponents, but it'll be in a gauntlet match, and the person who wins tonight gets to draw number 4.
That'll be a huge advantage indeed. Tag Team Turmoil will be also on the card tonight, as well as Highway to Hell. And in our main event, all I can tell you is it's a mystery main event featuring a special guest referee. With all that action in mind, we get ready to send you up to the ring for our opening contest tonight. Again, this will be a Highway to Hell match. Let's get buckled up, let's get ready, and let's get started.
Well, it couldn't be a Highway to Hell match without one person, now could it?
Indeed, it is going to be a very interesting match, to say the least, to see who the opposition will be. But here comes the dead man himself, The Undertaker, being escorted by Paul Bearer.
Paul Bearer has got that urn, and I'll tell you right now, it is unsettling anytime The Undertaker enters an arena. You can feel the change in the atmosphere.
He is ready to the ring, accompanied by Paul Bearer from Death Valley, weighing in at 330 pounds, The Undertaker.
Well, The Undertaker, you can just take a look at him right now and see he is all business.
Well, when does he not look this way? I mean, the stoic face, the stone cold face, I mean, he is just all business.
Paul Bearer seems to be the one man who can connect, if you would, with The Undertaker.
Well, somebody's about to be connecting with him again right now. The question is, who's it going to be?
Well, the dead man will stare a hole through your soul. Are you kidding me?
Well, this is what I love about Legendsmania, not knowing what the matches are going to be until they happen, and we're as surprised as everybody else. But take a look at this, would you?
It indeed is The Fiend.
Well, you talk about a face that only a mother could love. There you have it.
I'll tell you right now, these two men, perhaps more so than any others past or present, command a different level of attention when they enter the squared circle based on their track record.
Well, they also seem to have some very strange abilities to them. They can do certain things that other wrestlers never have before. Unexplainable sorts of things that, in my opinion, I'm glad I don't have to deal with them.
Well, let's keep in mind, Legendsmania, that doesn't mean you never will.
Well, we'll see, but I'll tell you right now, I've got no desire to step in the ring with either of these two dudes. And it's not a matter of being afraid either. I just don't see the logic in it.
We want to welcome those of you joining us here live on the Nation Network for Legendsmania 4. Andrew Roberts in the house. CSWA in the house. Welcome aboard. The Fiend does not seem to be concerned about what waits him.
Well, what makes you think The Undertaker shouldn't be the concerned one?
Oh, that could very possibly be the case indeed.
Yeah, I'll say.
The bell sounds, action's underway, and right away, The Fiend. This is not something we normally see, and that is The Fiend backing down. He struck The Undertaker and quickly realized the error of his way. Nice suplex right there by The Undertaker as he starts to hammer away on The Fiend.
Well, one of the things I've often said when it comes to masked opponents is that you really don't know exactly what their status is. You don't know if they're afraid. You don't know if they're injured or not because you can't see their facial expressions, and that puts them at a little bit of an advantage because where you might be going in for the kill thinking you got them already beaten, ready to go, you might hesitate thinking they're playing possum when they're really not.
As always, tremendous insight by the body as The Undertaker dropping Bray Wyatt across that rope, throat first. And down to the ropes he comes. Big boot right to the face. And down goes Bray Wyatt.
Early on, The Undertaker is really dominating the match, and he starts to beat up once again on The Fiend over here. Just unloading.
Paul Bearer is out at ringside barking instructions to the dead man. Appears to be working.
Yeah, that's one of the great advantages to having a manager at ringside, that they can give you a point of view different from being there. You know the old saying, you can't see the forest through the trees. Well, that's what the manager's job is.
Undertaker continues to manhandle The Fiend, and now catching him by the arm. Oh, there's a big clothesline. And The Undertaker catches him with a running DDT. This is our opening match of the night, ladies and gentlemen. What promises to be a historic and most memorable night of professional wrestling action. Undertaker has him up. Oh, I thought he might be going for that tombstone. Instead, to the ropes, drops the leg. And now choking him out again, right in the center of the ring.
Now, my understanding is this is not a no DQ match. However, the referee, of course, is going to allow some leeway with these two dudes.
Look at this. No answer for The Undertaker. The Fiend has really run into a brick wall.
Well, it's the old story about the immovable object and the unstoppable force, and right now that's exactly where we're at. Look at The Undertaker with a choke slam, taking him off the top rope.
This one has been one-sided. And now The Fiend finally... Oh, look at this! Sister Abigail out of nowhere! Where did that come from? The Undertaker looking at the lights, and he just barely kicked out. And now the mandible claw is applied.
Well, for a guy who was sitting back doing nothing for the entire match, all of a sudden, The Fiend suddenly has the advantage.
Not only that, but he also has the full attention of The Undertaker, who may have becoming a little complacent.
Well, that would be a terrible mistake to make, especially going up against this guy right here, because The Fiend, he's a legitimate force of nature, every bit as much as The Undertaker has always been.
Another 2 count, but boy, oh boy, that pendulum, how it has swung. And The Undertaker finding his way out to ringside now. And here comes The Fiend again, attacking on the floor, slamming The Undertaker down right in front of the broadcast table.
You know, The Fiend has that mask on his face, but then he has the other one on the back of his head.
Indeed he does.
I guess he can't tell if he's coming or going.
Not sure that's the case at all. I know there is significance to that. As he stomps away on the leg of the Undertaker, and now in control. And again, he's got him. The Undertaker is out, but he's in the ropes.
Holy cow, the Fiend had the match won, but the Undertaker's arm literally fell under the bottom rope.
What a turn of events, ladies and gentlemen. This was all one-sided early on, but now here comes the Undertaker, the dead man, fighting back one more time. The Fiend pulling himself up in the corner, and the Undertaker with a charging clothesline to the back of the head. Off the ropes, drop down, nicely done. Big boot by the Undertaker as Paul Bearer watching on. And now there's the nerve trap. He's got that pinch going on. Nice reversal. The Fiend going for a cover of 2 count once again. And it's Sister Abigail. What a turn of events. What? Look at this.
Well, this is what I'm talking about. These two dudes, they do things a little bit differently.
And there's the Tombstone Pile Driver.
Yeah, but the problem is where he did it now, the Undertaker has to waste valuable time pulling him away from the ropes.
Let's see if that makes a difference or not. It does.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been over if it weren't for where he was.
To the ropes, back out front. And now, big right to the jaw. And again, he's got him. The Undertaker passing out. Shoulders are down. There's 1, 2. And he got a shoulder up.
I thought for sure the Fiend was going to put that one away.
He is going to town on the Undertaker right now, ladies and gentlemen. The Fiend got off to a very slow start in this one, but he has picked up the tempo out of mine, telling you. He's got the Undertaker now up on the top rope. What's he going to do?
I'm not sure, but it's going to be big, whatever it is. And now he's going up there with him. We're looking at a suplex off the top rope with the Undertaker.
Indeed it is. A superplex out to the middle of the ring. Oh, the crowd loving the action here, and you can't really blame them.
This is as good as it gets right now. These two forces of nature have gone head-to-head with one another. This is like two hurricanes coming from separate sides. And look at this.
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe it.
Well, not only does the Fiend get the big victory, but look how he got it done. With a nerve pinch of all things.
If you would have told me, I never would have believed it.
Well, I've seen a lot of strange things happen, and that's the thing about Legendsmania. We never know what's going to happen. Literally, we don't know the matches until they happen. But take a look at this.
Sister Abigail, normally very reliable. Here was The Undertaker. Somehow the lights went out, and here he had the match won. But to your point, look at the positioning.
Yeah, if he didn't have to pull him away from the ropes, he would have had that win. No doubt in my mind.
Well, fans, I can tell you right now, our next episode of Legendsmania will be Double Down, and it is going to feature return matches
here is your winner.
from the first 4 Legends Manias. People who still have a score to settle.
Yeah, and my understanding is this will be their one and only last chance to dance. So you're going to have to make the most of this one.
Big victory for the Fiend. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, Tag Team Turmoil. Stay with us.
Welcome to the Nation Network, your home for all things pro wrestling. From classic video games to the latest releases, we dive deep into wrestling past and present. Step into the ring with Legendsmania, where dream matches come alive as legends clash with today's top stars. Join the conversation on Wrestle Chat, our podcast breaking down the biggest stories and hottest events in wrestling today.
Leave an island unto my own.
And don't miss the voice of Ultra Pro Wrestling, Vince McShane, right here on the Nation Network. This is the place where wrestling lives, breathes, and never sleeps. Hit subscribe and let's run wild together.
All right, fans, we are back and ready for more great action here as part of Legendsmania.
Well, shout out to Sean Cook in the house joining us, as well as Donnell Mason. Welcome aboard, gentlemen, and thank you for being here.
Weight of 770 pounds, Rosie and Charles 3-minute warning.
3-minute warning. This is Tag Team Turmoil. The question is, who will they be going up against?
The thing about these two dudes is they are big, they are bad, and they are unbelievably agile for men of their size. If you think you're going to outdo them in cardio, surprisingly enough, probably not. So you better have a B plan.
Oh my goodness! I know who this is.
I've got a pretty good idea myself, and if it's who I think it is, this is going to be one for the ages.
Indeed.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 461 pounds, Jeff Harvey and Matt Harvey.
It's the Hardy Boys. Matt and Jeff Hardy, one of the most decorated tag teams of all time.
Well, they are definitely legends in the making right here in the Hardy Boys, and they're going up against 3-minute warning, and I'll tell you right now, experience versus size and strength, and we'll see if the experience is enough to win out, but they're going to have to rely on double teaming quite a bit.
And I imagine you're referring to the Hardy Boys.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, fans. From a scheduling note, tomorrow morning, join us at 9 a.m. for the Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. It will be a history-making edition, I promise you. The bell sounds, action's underway. Later in the afternoon, there will be a very special John Cena tribute program kicking off at 4 p.m. You'll want to be here for that one. And as always, the Legends of 605.
It's a full day of wrestling tomorrow right here on the Nation Network. Make sure you're tuned in.
There's the tie-up and into the corner again. Jeff Hardy giving up so much size. Off the ropes, pop up into a power slam. And here's that nerve pinch we just saw moments ago. What that can do.
Yeah, and I still can't believe what that did.
We send a shout out and a welcome to William Perkins joining us here live on the Nation Network. Double team coming up by the Hardys. Inverted atomic knee and a big punt right to the face. And there's the tag made. Matt Hardy now the legal man in the ring. Tying up now with Jamal, and that's a mistake because Jamal is not the legal man, and that gives Rosie a chance to recuperate.
Well, not only that, but he had Rosie in his corner. He could have had a nice double team, but instead lost focus, and he gets nothing. What did Judge Smale say? You'll get nothing and like it.
Rosie in control right now. Stomping away on the leg of Matt Hardy. Here's the Irish whip into the turnbuckle, and now it's 3-minute warning. Going to take advantage of the double team.
Yeah, that should have been the Hardys, but they made a mental mistake.
Look at this, off the rope. Oh, no! Talk about a double doozle.
Yeah, he kind of got that from both ends. One across the middle, one across the head.
Irish whip reversal this time, and Matt Hardy unloading with a couple of right hands in the corner, and now what's he going to do?
Well, if he's smart, he would have made the tag. He ran all the way over to his corner, but then he stays on the match.
Well, I have to agree. He needs to make the tag as quickly as possible at this point in time.
There's the tag.
And there is the tag. A double team. Jamal the Leroy. Double shoulder block, and that worked. Irish whip, and again into the turnbuckle he goes. Double team, perhaps? No.
Well, Jamal was ready for him that time, and look at that. What a Uranagi. He took him all the way up and drove him straight into the mat.
Ties. Oh, he's going for a bow and arrow. Can you believe this? The big man looking at a submission possibility.
Well, this is Legendsmania 4, and it's officially a party now because the clown's around.
Indeed. Welcome to the Ancient Clown joining us here live on the Nation Network. Here's the Irish whip. Into the corner. There's a tag made. Double team coming up by the Hardys. There has not been a lot of double teaming by either team thus far. And again with that inverted atomic. Follows it up very closely with that punt to the face. And the Hardys are starting to gain control of the tempo of this match.
Well, as I stated at the onset of the match, you're not going to get a big cardio advantage over these two big dudes as much as you would expect you would, because they can go as well as anybody and better than most. But the difference is, if you're the Hardys, you can't get bigger or stronger than you already are.
Well, indeed, we both agree that they needed to focus on moments like these where they can double team the opposition. Count of one. Nice move right there by Matt Hardy, snapping the neck. And Jamal is in trouble. He's trying to get a submission out of him.
Well, one of the things I can tell you I've learned over the years, nice pop-up Samoan drop out of that one. That one's going to leave a mark. Is that when you've got dudes as big as these two guys are, things that would normally keep a man down, things that would normally put a man out of a match, not so much as the same effect on these guys. You might have to hit them with that same move 2 or 3 times before it has the same effect.
Indeed, I'd say that is exactly what the Hardys are experiencing at the moment. Another double team, indeed. to the ropes. Back out front, double shoulder block. It is working.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. If it works, don't fix it. And right now, the Hardys are looking pretty good in this match, considering all they're giving up.
When it comes to the experience, let's just talk resumes. The Hardys' resume compared to that 3-minute warning, not even close. But none of that matters. They've never met before.
And I'll tell you this much right now, 3-minute warning, these are guys who are very proud as well. And they know if they can knock off the Hardy Boys here, that's going to be a major feather in their cap.
Oh, here comes a double team now by 3-minute warning. We saw this before. They were going to see it again. Indeed. Oh, the double impact is absolutely incredible. He's going to the top rope. Jeff Hardy able to tag out of desperation at the last moment, and now Matt Hardy comes in.
Well, you say desperation, I say self-preservation.
Nice back elbow, and Matt Hardy able to connect with that one. Comes off the middle turnbuckle with a double axe handle. Thinks he's done enough damage, but not quite.
Yeah, I could have told you that. You're going to have to do a lot more than a double axe handle off the second rope.
This time he comes off with the elbow right to the back of the head. That one's going to leave a mark. And now sweeps him up. Going for the pinfall. Jamal going for the cover right now. Shoulders down, but he's out the back door just that quickly.
Nice takedown right there. Both of these guys have really given their best here tonight, but only one's going to walk out victorious. Now, the only question right now is which one will it be?
Here comes a double team, perhaps. No, I thought that was going to make the tag. Doesn't happen. Instead, Matt Hardy. Nice move. Oh, my goodness. That spinning DDT connecting. And you see Rosie was coming in to make the save. He knows that that one left a lingering mark, a little bit of fallout from that one, you might say.
Well, you've got that centrifugal force coming off of that tornado maneuver from the ropes. And then, of course, everything coming straight down on the back of him.
Hardy goes for the elbow and nobody home. Big spine buster this time, and now Jamal making the desperation tag to Rosie. Pop up right there, the big man sending Matt Hardy into orbit.
He got enough height on that pop-up that he might have to connect with Starling to get back.
Another double team, and this is something that the Hardys, by contrast, cannot afford to do too much of. Look at this. What are they going to do here? Good night. Oh, my goodness. And he makes the tag.
What a well-timed tag that was. No two ways about it. The twist of stunner right there puts the big man down.
He caught him with a senton. Referee's counting, and it's all over. Big victory for the Hardy Boys.
Well, I gotta tell you, there's a reason they're the most decorated, or one of the most decorated tag teams in history, because when presented with opportunities like this, challenges if you want to call it that, they find a way to rise to the occasion. And I'll tell you what, you're looking at two dudes over 300 pounds dropping down like that on you, not once, not twice, but at least 3 times during a match. I don't know how they're still moving.
I've got to tell you, I'm a little surprised myself, but boy, oh boy, the added effort on the part of the Hardys as we take a look at some of these highlights, and there are plenty to go around.
Well, one of the keys to victory, I said at the beginning, was going to have to be having the double team and taking advantage of the 5 count. I think the Hardy Boys did just enough of that, but it was real close. I didn't keep tabs on how many of them they each did, but it was pretty close.
I thought this was the match right here. Watch this. Has him up and driving him. But it was a desperation tag that got him out of trouble. And here it is. The twist, the stunner, and then the swanton off the top rope connecting.
Yeah, meantime, Rosie went all the way around and he couldn't get to the pinfall because he was chasing Matt Hardy.
Unbelievable action, ladies and gentlemen. The fatal 4-1 match coming up. Stay with us. Wrestling fans, make sure you join us on Saturday mornings right here for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. All of the greats from the past will be right here on Saturday mornings here on the Nation Network. Names like Rowdy Roddy Piper, Bruno Sammartino, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Magnificent Morocco, and many, many more. All the action right here on the Nation Network Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you gonna do when the legends of wrestling run wild on you? Oh, guess what?
Well, here we go. Surprise, surprise.
The following contest is a fatal 4-way match. Making his way to the ring from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 303 pounds, the Immortal
Hulk Hogan heading down the aisle. He is one of the top 4 as selected by the board of directors here at Legendsmania.
Yeah, I'd like to know who's on the board of directors that made that pick, huh?
Well, you cannot discount the career of Hulk Hogan. If ever there were going to be a legend who was in contention for a Legendsmania championship, it would have to be Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I just want to see how the top 4 rounds out before I make any final decisions. Who in the hell is this?
Oh my goodness! That's Oba Femi from the NXT.
Well, he's a big powerhouse, no doubt about it, and he's been picked as the future of the business. Well, the past meets the present right here in this one.
at 73 pounds, the NXT champion,
Oba Femi, what a monster. Look at the size of this guy.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Chump Hogan isn't going to have any heyday going through this one.
He proudly carries the NXT championship around his waist. This is a man who has brought that title to new levels in the past year, and now he is getting ready to be part of the Fatal 4-to-1 match. Again, whoever wins the Fatal 4 match will be the one who will draw number 4 in the gauntlet when we return to Legendsmania next time. And it's, look at that, it is the original Tribal Chief.
Wow, I'll tell you right now, we've got a little mix of everything so far. Roman Reigns coming in. He's current, one of the top dogs. But he's definitely one of the top dogs that's seen his better days. He's on his way down the mountain. Obafemi's just starting to climb up.
And of course, Hulk Hogan, all-time legend in the business. And that leads us to the question, who is going to be that fourth man?
Well, I'll say right now, at least out of the top 3, we know we're going to have a worthy champion next time out here at Legendsmania Double Down.
The Tribal Chief. He is indeed the head of the table. Shows nothing but confidence, concentration, determination.
You talk about a family legacy, you're looking at it wrapped up in one individual. He has taken his family legacy and his family name to a new level. And when you think of some of the dudes that are a part of that family tree, that's really saying something.
Indeed it is. The Tribal Chief surveying this crowd, this capacity crowd here for Legendsmania.
He really reminds me of the lion on the Serengeti. He just surveys everything around him. You can see that look, that steely, cold look in his eyes.
Whoa, give me a break.
86 pounds,
Brock Lesnar, are you kidding me?
This guy is a beast, no doubt about it. And here he is in his younger day.
Standout athlete across the board. This man has done it all. Everything from professional football, UFC world champion, and did it in record-setting time. Multiple-time WWF heavyweight champion. He's been in the ring with the biggest and the best.
Well, let's not forget that he and Hogan have a bit of a history as well.
Indeed they do. Well, for that matter, he and Roman Reigns have met in the past.
You know, there's going to be some retribution and handouts going here, but what I want to see is him going up against Obafemi. There's a match right there that I wouldn't mind seeing that as a standalone.
Well, we may see that on the next one if they match up in the gauntlet together.
Yeah, that'd be the main event in my world right there.
Bell sounds, action is underway. This one is officially going to go. Referee's going to have a lot to keep his eyes on. Roman Reigns took out Hulk Hogan. Now he goes after Obafemi, going to try and get a quick pin on Obafemi, and I'm telling you, that's just not going to happen.
Well, meantime, we talked about it earlier, and right now, Brock Lesnar turning his attentions on Chump Hogan, picking up where he left off.
Obafemi going after the Tribal Chief. You've got to have eyes in the back of your head. Even the referee might take a shot at you in a match like this. Obafemi bringing that kendo stick in and cracking it across the ribs of Hulk Hogan. And Brock Lesnar turns around to make the save because he knows that if he gets pinned, or if Obafemi gets the pin, then Brock Lesnar is going to lose the match.
Yeah, you've got no friends in a match like this, but you've got to be paying attention to everyone in the match because you can't allow anyone to get the pin or submission besides yourself.
Obafemi is down. Hulk Hogan is down. The Tribal Chief hammering away on Obafemi. That's one heck of a matchup right there as well. Oh, the big right hand just caught Lesnar. That stunned him.
Nice move right there by the Tribal Chief, driving him into the mat, and you can see the frustration on the face of Brock Lesnar. He's not happy at all.
Here's that kendo stick, and Hulk Hogan gets out of the way just in the nick of time. We had action inside, action outside. And look at this. Obafemi gets turned inside out by Brock Lesnar. And now Hogan looking for some retribution.
I was going to say Hogan's wasting a little too much time right there, but he got away with it.
Hogan with a cross knee backbreaker on Lesnar. And now meantime, look at Roman Reigns taking apart Obafemi. He's got him up for the power slam.
I can tell you Obafemi hasn't had too many people do that to him.
Back and forth the action goes, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be so difficult for this official to maintain order in this one. Over the top rope. Oh, big boot right to the face. And Hogan go for the cover on Obafemi. Will he get him?
2 3/4 count, but not enough to keep him down.
Hogan with a scoop slam. Off to the rope. Oh, he was getting ready to drop that leg, and Lesnar got up. Roman Reigns go for the powerbomb, but fortunately for him, Brock Lesnar was able to kick out on his own.
See, that's the thing. He gets caught up with his own offensive moves right there, completely forgetting about Hogan and Lesnar. That's a problem.
Hogan coming in with a steel chair for the Beast Incarnate. Oh, and he cracks him in the cranium.
What a sound that thing made. Now Hogan probably doing the smart thing as he turns his focus right now to what's in the ring. But Obafemi able to get him disarmed. And now what?
Nice backbreaker right there by Obafemi. And Roman Reigns continues the attack. And Lesnar continues the attack as well on Hogan. We got bodies down everywhere. And the Tribal Chief trying to bring Lesnar over to the corner, but that does not happen. Hogan is back in the ring. He's got Lesnar up in the air. Running power slam by Hulk Hogan. In the meantime, Obafemi unloading on Roman Reigns on top of a chair. Devastating clothesline right there, and now from behind, Obafemi. Can you imagine if this man were to turn around and win the match?
Well, it's very possible. It's a fatal four-way. There are so many moving pieces, and sometimes it's dumb luck. You happen to be in the ring at the right time with the right opportunity, and everyone else is either down or busy with each other.
He just took out the Tribal Chief. Now he takes out the Beast Incarnate. Continues to go after Roman Reigns, and down goes Reigns, and here comes Hogan.
Yeah, here comes the cavalry. What else is new?
There's a scoop and a slam, and now Hogan to the ropes. Drops the leg on Lesnar. Will that be enough to get him? Referee's there for the count of one, and save was made by Roman Reigns.
Close call right there for Brock Lesnar. I wonder if he would have kicked out or not. Not too many people can say they did. There's a nice power slam by Obafemi.
This is Legendsmania. The past meets the present. Or in this case, the past meets the future. Still to come, tap or snap. Who will it be going head-to-head in a submission-only match?
Essentially, it's an I Quit match. It only ends when one person taps out.
Hogan with that kendo stick across the ribcage. And Lesnar just caught Hogan.
Well, when you're throwing the rule book out the window, which a match like this you are, anything happens and that can equalize a lot. Look at that.
He just shattered that cane over the head of Obafemi. And still he's able to kick out. Lesnar went for the big shooting star press, and that didn't work out.
Oh, spine buster on top of the steel chair. Power bomb on the other side. Now he's going for the pin on the Tribal Chief.
Lesnar was able to get up and break up the pinfall. And look at Obafemi. He is cleaning house. Going after the Tribal Chief. Hogan is back in there and just in time to make the save.
Well, we knew it was going to be that kind of a match. You got four dudes out there that all want the same thing.
Hogan 2.5, and Lesnar doesn't look like he'd have got there in time.
Lesnar looked like he's been busted open as well. I didn't see what happened.
Well, with everything going on around here, it probably was a steel chair.
Well, I'm still not sure if he's busted open or not, but he's got Hogan.
He indeed almost had the Hulkster, but just barely able to get that shoulder up. Will Hulkamania run wild here at Legendsmania 4? There's a scoop and a slam. Down he goes. And now Hogan gonna drop the leg on Obafemi. Indeed he does. Referee's going for the count. One. There's two, and a save barely made by Roman Reigns. Oh, I beg your pardon. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Roman's tied up on the ropes. Again, we knew the referee was going to have a tough time just getting to make the pinfall. Sometimes you got to go around a few bodies just to get in position.
Lesnar gonna go for the F5. If he hits this one, it may be over. He does. And now both men going for a cover at the same time. Who's gonna get it?
Well, it would have been Brock Lesnar if he could have held the shoulders down, but the fact that both of them went at the same time like that, referee had to go by whoever he felt was in position first.
Oh, this one is crazy. And now a sledgehammer.
Who's he going to use it on?
Well, he decided it would be Hogan, but Hogan decided otherwise. Roman Reigns gearing up in the corner now. Here we go. Spear. And another one. And Hogan's out on the floor.
Oh, that's a mistake right there. He's got two of these dudes down from that spear. He should have gone right away for the pinfall.
And ladies and gentlemen, the winner and the number 4 entrant in the next Legends Mania, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns.
What a tremendous matchup this one was. We had some great action from bell to bell. It was everything you thought a Fatal 4 would be, but now the question is who's running the gauntlet next time out here? Who's going to walk away as the first ever Legends Mania champion?
We take a look back, ladies and gentlemen. So much action in this one. Looked like Hogan was going to get it there a few moments later. Brock Lesnar hit with the F5, and I thought he was going to put away the victory.
Well, the way this thing ended up, you couldn't book it any better than that. Roman Reigns did exactly what he needed to do. Hit the big spear, not on just one, but on two people. Left them both out there laying in the ring. And take a look at the results.
Here is your winner, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
As they say, the proof is in the pudding. The results speak for themselves. Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, will be heading to the Gauntlet match.
Well, let me tell everybody something. America is back. 2024 was a great year. And in 2025, we made the decision to make America great again. And what better way? With real American beer. We're bringing America back together in 2025 with real American beer. So what you gonna do when real American beer and all my Hulkamaniacs run wild on you?
You don't want none.
All right, fans, we are back, and it is time for the Tap or Snap match. And we know one of the participants is going to be AJ Styles.
Well, AJ Styles, I don't normally think of him as a submission wrestler. However, he's got that calf crusher that he's used many, many times in order to gain victory. So he definitely has a move in his arsenal that can lead him to victory. Whether or not it'll be enough to get him victory, we'll have to wait and see.
He lives up to that name, the Phenomenal One. And now, who's going to be the man standing opposed?
Got to admit, I'm kind of curious to find out myself.
AJ Styles, ladies and gentlemen, a Grand Slam champion. Oh, hold the ball. The Hitman, Bret Hart, are you kidding me?
And his opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Get a look at this.
Well, Bret the Hitman Hart making his way into the ring. Former world champion, former tag team champion, former intercontinental champion. He's done it all. But I have to give him a big advantage because he's got the sharpshooter and he is used to getting victories by a submission.
I'll say this right now, these two guys physically match up very evenly. They both have incredible in-ring skills. This is going to be a classic.
Well, the bell rings and AJ Styles wasting absolutely no time at all going after the Hitman.
Transitions behind into a rear waist lock, and now Bret the Hitman Hart, of course, a graduate of the famous Hart Dungeon, run and operated by his father, the legendary Stu Hart. Oh, and look at the Hitman pull, and back on that chin. He's got that chin lock cinched in deep.
You can see the look on the face of AJ Styles. He's not enjoying this at all.
The Hitman now working on that arm and that shoulder. And AJ Styles getting himself out of trouble with a couple of hard rights right to the solar plexus.
That's the rib cage for all you normal people out there.
The Hitman had the top wrist lock, but now nice reversal by AJ Styles. Off the middle rope, moonsault connects.
And if this were going to be a traditional match, I would say that's going to be the kind of thing that could take him over the top, but it's not. Submission is it. You've got to find a way to get him to tap out, and I don't see anyone tapping out on a moonsault.
No, but I definitely think it'll soften your opponent up, so perhaps an abdominal stretch may work.
Perhaps, but I would be focusing on the legs if I were both of these dudes, because they both have lethal leg finishers that are submission holds.
There's the crucifix by the Hitman, and again, no pinfalls. And now Bret Hart with that rear chin lock with the knee in the back trying to pull out. Oh, look at this. Crossface is on. Bret the Hitman Hart gets himself out of trouble.
You know, we're over here talking about the arsenal of moves that these two guys have, and they're pulling out other moves that we don't normally see them do a whole lot of. And they're all highly effective, and they're all being set up perfectly by both men. That crossface was absolutely amazingly done.
And now the cross armbar. Nice turn in by the Hitman to get out of trouble. And thus far, we haven't seen AJ especially hasn't made any attempt to go after the leg of the Hitman Bret Hart.
Yeah, I haven't seen Bret Hart go after the leg either, though, and I'm a little surprised about that. I thought for sure that would be his main target here.
Lines him up, elbow right to the chin. They tie up one more time. AJ now has got the Hitman. Head first into the turnbuckle. Back elbow by the Hitman Bret Hart gets him out of trouble, at least for the moment. Up in the air, textbook suplex, nicely done by the Hitman.
Well, it was nicely done, but again, that's not going to get the job done. You got to find some way to put this guy down and make him tap out.
The double axe handle, and AJ gets right back in the fight, perhaps a little too quickly. The Hitman going for that abdominal stretch. What did I call earlier? Now we're going to see if the damage done is enough.
Well, it may be later on, but it's not yet. The Hitman's going to have to come up with some more than that.
Running clothesline, taking AJ down. Swing and a miss. Oh, look at the kick to the face. Nice move. Look at that. Coming off the rope with a moonsault into a reverse DDT.
Well, if there's an advantage to be had, it's AJ Styles. He's able to do the high-fly maneuvers, and that's definitely not Bret Hart's game whatsoever. He is a mat grappler. He'll get down and brawl with you if he needs to, but you're not going to see him doing slingshots and springboards. That's just not his game.
Styles was going after the knee and the ankle of the Hitman. And there's that calf cruncher. He's got it on him. And the Hitman in trouble, but he managed to make it to the ropes.
Yeah, that almost happened right there.
AJ wants the Hitman back on his feet. He might be setting up for that phenomenal forearm, but he missed.
Yeah, he slipped off the top rope. The rope gave out from under his foot. And now the Hitman getting ready to go for the sharpshooter. And here he has it on him, close to the ropes.
And he made it to the ropes. Referee calls for the break. Oh, the Hitman's so close to putting this one away.
Want to send a shout out to Arcade 1701C. Welcome aboard.
Indeed, thank you for joining us here on the Nation Network. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit the like. Sit down, buckle up, because the main event's still to come. The Hitman Bret Hart now working on the head and the neck of AJ Styles here. And now going to work on the trapezius muscle. Again, a move we saw earlier tonight, highly effective.
Shockingly so.
And now, oh, he was going for it again, and this time AJ says, I don't think so.
Smart move right there to kick him off, and he's going for the Styles Clash right here. Now, this might not be a submission, but it'll set him up for one.
Indeed he does. Oh, he's going for the Hitman. And Bret Hart doing everything in his power to get out of the position he's in.
You know, I told you I was surprised he hasn't gone after the legs, but AJ has done a lot of work on the arms of the Hitman. Maybe he's got some other move in mind.
Bret Hart has him up in the air. Pile driver, drops him on his head. He might be unconscious.
The Hitman pulling him away from the ropes. Let's see if he can finish him off now.
He's going for the sharpshooter again. Look at that reversal by AJ Styles. Springboard into the flying forearm, and now the Hitman in trouble. The calf crusher. AJ Styles has got it on him.
Well, the Hitman's in the middle of the ring, and I don't see him getting out of there.
AJ releasing the hold, perhaps thinking he wasn't going to get the submission. He was going for the Styles Clash, and Bret Hart fights his way out of it. The Hitman again going to go for the sharpshooter. He's got it on him. And that's it.
What's going on? He tapped out.
What indeed is going on? Off the ropes, the Hitman with a clothesline almost decapitates him.
Why are we still wrestling?
I've got no idea.
This wasn't 2 out of 3 or anything like that.
Not to my knowledge, not according to my notes, but it was clear that AJ Styles tapped out to the Hitman sharpshooter.
Oh, this crowd not real happy with things right now either. Can't blame them.
Bret the Hitman Hart. Off the middle rope, cross body, knocking the wind out of AJ Styles. What is happening here? He's going to go for the sharpshooter one more time. And he's got it cinched in deep. He's tapping out. What is going on here?
I have no idea. This referees, I say it all the time when it comes to these officials, they need to have their heads checked. They need to get their eyes checked. They need to go through some sort of testing to make sure that they're competent to be in here.
The Hitman Bret Hart. Clothesline takes him out to the floor. This one is breaking down. Fans, I'm getting word from the back. They're calling the match. Bret the Hitman Hart is the winner of the match.
But they're still wrestling.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm just telling you what they're telling me.
Well, this referee's going to have some answering to do.
Look at this. The Hitman going to go for another pile driver. He is furious.
As well he should be. He already got the guy to tap out on 2 occasions. This will be the 3rd right here.
Oh, look at this. 3rd time's a charm, I suppose. What in the world?
I've got to tell you, I've got no idea what just happened. This referee should be suspended indefinitely after this performance.
I've got a funny feeling there will be a review indeed. This is why you don't bet on wrestling. You think the NFL is rigged? Back and forth battle, and this one lived up to the hype. 2 of the all-time greats, and it was Bret the Hitman Hart. Look at this, that sharpshooter doing the damage. The 2nd time around, same result. Look at this.
Well, it was the 3rd time that finally got the job done with the referee. I don't know if we're going to say, oh, here's the pile driver. Forget it, man. That knocked him out.
And perfectly set up for another one, dead center of the ring. There can be no controversy on who won this one. When we return, it is our mystery main event special guest referee. Stick around.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
Spice beef. Spice. Need a little excitement? Step into a Slim Jim! Need a little excitement? Step into a Slim Jim! Oh yeah!
They say never meet your heroes. For you will only be disappointed. But what if your heroes inspires you to follow your dream? What if you are able to follow in their footsteps? What if one day you have the chance to shine and become a champion?
The following contest is the Royal Rumble match.
And now, the legendary Alundra Blaze has eliminated Maxine Dupree. The next entrant has been the most successful member in the history of the Rumble. And Charlotte Flair has drawn number 27. And now, who is drawn number 28? It's Izzy Moreno! This young lady's been tearing up the independent scene. She had her first match when she was just 12. We're about to find out who's number 30. It's Bayley! least for the moment. Izzy Moreno's taking command of the Queen Charlotte Flair. Take a look at Bayley cheering her on, but there's no friends in this match. Wait, what just happened? Izzy was eliminated by her childhood hero.
Talk about bittersweet. As this young lady continues to learn this industry, it is perhaps the biggest lesson to date. Business is business.
Izzy was on the brink of having a WrestleMania moment, and now I guess she's back on the road.
When your role model betrays you, there's only one path left to travel.
Friendship bracelets and the babyface smiles fool you. Because if you honestly think I'm not coming for payback, you're even dumber than I thought.
And if you don't want history to repeat itself, I suggest you take your hand, you sign that contract, and you get ready for the biggest fight of your life.
You just had to go there, didn't you? You had to go for the low-hanging fruit by saying she's just a kid. Isn't that the same girl that cried in the front row all those years ago?
Think you are the only one who has a point to prove here?
You may be more experienced than me. You may be more sinister. Heck, on paper, you may even be better than me.
I tried to help you. I tried to show respect, but you just don't understand how things go around here.
It's not just a match for me. It's a moment. My moment. And I'll be damned if you're going to be the one to take it away from me.
Every single week I gave and I gave and I gave headbands, high fives, hugs.
You wanted my attention? Well, congratulations, BFF. You got it.
Life sucks, and then you die.
I'm gonna show everyone that I'm not just the future. I'm the now.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, what a main event we've got coming at ya. And look at our special guest referee, Alundra Blaze.
Please welcome our special referee for this match, Alundra Blaze.
Well, you talk about the past meeting the present or the present meeting the future, however you want to look at everything here. Here's the past right there.
Indeed, Alundra Blaze came out to be a part of the Rumble. And while everyone understands in the Royal Rumble there are no friends, a lot of people not happy with the way Bayley took advantage of her protege.
Well, especially after what she did to her a couple days later in the training center. Well, this is the tale as old as time where the teacher has to see if they can teach the students some more, if the student's going to teach the teacher. If I'm putting my money down, I'm putting my money down on that one right there, Bayley to win. I just think she's got way too much of an advantage from the experience to the strength.
Well, indeed, Izzy, 18 years old, still not quite all the way there yet, but she has come a long way in a short period of time.
Well, I'll say this, due to a luck of the draw, she was right there at the end of the Rumble. Good for her. But you're looking at a highly decorated, I don't even have the ability to go down the list of achievements that Bayley's got under her belt. And I'm pretty sure she'll add a victory here tonight to that count.
We will have to wait and see, as they say.
And her opponent from Florida.
Here she comes, ladies and gentlemen. Izzy Moreno has arrived.
Well, it's all fun, cute, and games right now, but let's see what happens when as they say, when the rubber hits the road.
Well, there is a vocal portion of this crowd indeed chanting for Bayley. The bell sounds. Action's underway, and these two ladies tie up in the middle of the ring for the first time in real action.
Well, you talk about the grandest stage of them all. This is about as big as that stage will ever get for these two. Legendsmania.
Nice reversal, and Izzy gets to drop on Bayley now with that reverse waist lock, and now takedown by Bayley to the side headlock.
Well, we talked about the student versus the teacher, always a classic rivalry when that happens. And Bayley right now, look at her. She's very confidently just making Izzy carry her weight.
Izzy now reversing out of that one, putting the hold back onto Bayley. Drop toe hold, perfectly executed by Bayley. And now has her in a dragon sleeper hold. Referee is right there on position to see if she wants to give it up. Izzy comes out the back door. Going for the cover on Bayley. Gets a count of one. Gets two, and oh, wow. Early on almost pulls it off.
Well, I hope Alundra Blaze can call it down the middle. I'm sure she will, but you never know, man. Sometimes they get that little emotion going for them, for the young kid. The fact that Izzy may be the more likable of the two doesn't mean that she should be getting calls that aren't there.
I don't expect any favoritism out of Alundra Blaze. Oh, what a move right there, and Bayley just sent her out over the top rope. Oh, Hurricane Runner to the floor.
Wow, I'll tell you right now, these two are here for real right now, and this match just became a whole other level.
This crowd appreciating what happened thus far. No wasted energy. Bayley has her up in the air. Power bomb down into the middle of the ring. Going for the cover. 2 count, and Izzy sliding out the back door, but you can see that she is feeling the effects.
Well, she likes to say that Izzy Mania is running wild, but right now, I've got a funny feeling that Bayley's going to put up a big stop sign in the middle of that.
Oh, the submission is locked on her. Oh, Bayley pulling back on it. Nice reversal once again. And returning the favor. Look at this back and forth battle between these two. Bayley was getting set for the Bayley to belly. Instead, it's a backstabber. Going for the cover. Is that enough?
2.5 count, and I got to tell you, man, these two are really putting on one hell of a battle.
Cross ankle sweep by Bayley. And now Moreno bringing herself over to the corner. Her role model stomping away on her. Choking her in the corner. The referee standing by, allowing a lot of leeway in this one.
Well, this is our main event. We definitely want to see a winner. We don't want any shenanigans, so to speak.
Off the top rope, Bayley down. Double axe handle right between the eyes. Goes for the cover. Will that be enough? Count of 1, 2. 2 and just barely able to kick out. Bayley now going for the arm. Taking a page out of the book of her student. And now Moreno fighting her way out of there.
Yeah, Bayley didn't want to just win. She wanted to win by beating her with her own move, showing her that you still don't even know your stuff as well as I do.
Oh, look at that. Variation of the Polish hammer. Taking her down and now driving the knee into the lower back. Snapmare takes her over. And a submission hold. That surfboard with a knee right in the back. Bayley turns it around and takes her over. Going for the rose plant. That could be a problem right there. She kicks out, and this crowd is going crazy. What is this?
Charlotte Flair, what is going on?
Oh, it's a roll-up. Izzy's got her. And she got the win.
Are you kidding me? What was that all about?
The biggest win of her career. Izzy gets the victory over Bayley here at Legendsmania.
Here's your winner,